I really want to figure this out where I can do it in the right time frame, but also like not rushing anything. And I just want to get out of here.
Welcome back, everyone. Today I have cleaned up the lawyer's phone call. I think it's a lawyer. It may be private investigator. Just spent 20 minutes talking to the camera and then realised I hadn't even put the volume on for the microphone. Schoolboy error. So welcome back and thank you very much. If you are returning, thank you very much. If you're brand new, hello. Once I've done this video, I've got a feature I want to do on a policeman from the Les Cruces Police Department. Just trying to figure out what I'm allowed to put on YouTube and what I'm not. I'll be doing a few live streams. I'll be doing live streams once we hit 1,000. I think we're at 570, I think, which is amazing after only a few weeks. I'll be honest, I was hoping to get 100 subs by Christmas. I have been making a note of the people that have been here from the beginning. I do recognise a couple of your names from commenting frequently, so thank you very much for getting involved. There is a buy me a coffee in the corner. I don't like to promote it. Somebody asked me about it, so I've put it there. I'm not going to promote it. I just appreciate everybody viewing. So this call, obviously Chris is fed up. What a shame. But he isn't going anywhere. What tends to happen is prisoners have got too much time in their hands, so they go to the library and they try and get themselves off on a technicality. As usual, have a look, tell me what you think in the comments.
Yeah, is it just you or is Anna on also?
I'm here too.
All right, cool. All right, so just talk to me. I don't want to be the one monopolizing the conversation. So tell me what you want to know from me, or just tell me what's on your heart.
Well, just going to the law library as much as I have, I see a lot of cases. I've heard a lot of cases around here, guys. I see a lot of cases where the DA or the judge have had a lot of misconduct, but the judge has ruled say, well, it's not egregious enough, or it's not that that wow factor enough to really sway in the defendant's favor. I'm looking at the things that I know. I mean, I've never dealt with a law before. It's all this. I mean, I'm winging it in a law library as I am, and God directed me through little things like through the poisonous tree, the Brady law, and different cases that just it pop out of nowhere. But I know what God is putting in front of me, and I see all these things that relate to my case. I just don't know how to frame this. Where like when I do this 35C, I've had this paperwork with me for probably a couple months, and I know I only have a year left to appeal some of those Class B and C felonies that have a 3-year limit or 2-year limit, and I really want to figure this out where I can do it in the right time frame, but also not rushing anything. And I just want to get out of here. I want to get. I know that God has a plan for me, and it's to be in prison right now, but not stay here. Because He brought me here for a reason. But He also wants me to just put me outside. I know I just can't sit here and just wait. I know there's waiting, doing nothing, and there's waiting that seeking an action verb. That's what I'm doing. But I also want to know what action to take, because I have no intellect when it comes to the law. But I know He can teach me, and that's what I'm just waiting for. Things that all clean. I still know how to do it.
I got you. And you don't have the benefit of an attorney that is in your hip pocket, so to speak. Okay, I've got a couple of attorneys here I can talk to that can maybe help get some good results, get some good advice for you in terms of forms and what to say, things like that. That's not going to be an overnight process for me to get the results we want. It's going to take some time, but I'm not saying overnight, but I am saying maybe several days or a week or so. So let me see what I can do along those lines. Because I know you're in a tough spot, and it's how do you know how to do something when you don't know what it is you need to do? So it's tough. So I get it.
It's trial by error thing, but I know with the law, it's like, all right, you're gonna run into certain things where the motion's gonna get denied, or like whatever I write down, the judge might think, well, that's not what you're claiming isn't enough to go back to. You're not warranted to trial. You're not warranted to have the appeal granted, denied. I was like, well, how do I do that?
Yeah.
And I don't want to get disheartened when that happens. I know it's probably happen at some point, but not all motions are all appealed or granted. That's why I want to make sure I write this the right way. When it goes there, they see like, oh well, like, do I put everything down that I know, or just like, I don't want to put everything down so they know everything that I'm on.
Well, okay. Let me address a couple of things in what you just said. First of all, you live in a closed society now. Every door is shut in your face. You cannot go from one. You go to one wall, you can't go further. You got to turn your left, you can't go any further. So you know what I'm saying? You're in this perpetual, this room with no door, so you cannot get through. You got that? You understand that? What I'm trying to say? So your world is controlled. You hear the word no probably more than you hear the word yes in that system. So one thing you need to be very accustomed to is being denied, being turned down, being told no. You with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, some people will lose hope very, very quickly, because everywhere they turn, every time they talk to someone, they're hearing things they don't want to hear. They're being told no. You can't do this. You can't have that. You can't go here. You can't go there. Whatever legal action you're trying to do.
The attorney's call may be monitored and recorded.
Whatever you're trying to do, you're always being told no. What you can't do is allow yourself to lose hope. Don't take no for an answer. And don't give up the first time you're told no. You understand?
Yeah.
So the key in all this is you got to be strong. You got to be physically strong. You got to be mentally strong. And you've got to understand that, you know what? You're the underdog, but underdogs can win. They can be a dog in the fight. So I want you to get this attitude that no matter what you do, we're not going to take no for an answer. They tell us no, we're going to try again. They tell us no again, we're going to try again. You just got to keep persevering and don't lose hope, okay? Because I'll tell you what, you lose hope, you lose your life. All right? So just keep a positive attitude about all that, and don't take any steps back. Just keep moving forward. Even if it's a small step, move forward and not backward. Okay?
Okay. Just like in my devotional today, it was mentioned Esther. It was a door Pope, and the Lord was speaking to Esther, and she was saying to the Lord, I've led you to the wilderness, but I will plant in that wilderness vineyard. If you go through the valley of Kor, which is the valley of trouble, I will put a door of hope. So even though you're in a wilderness, you're going to plant vineyards in that wilderness. So you're in the valley of trouble, it's going to be a door of hope in that trouble.
That's great. Well, I'm proud of you. Good job. Keep that up. Keep your nose in that book too.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So, Chris, what were you saying before we got cut off about when he asked I can't remember what it was, but you were talking about the evidence and your confession that wasn't true.
Well, I just know that, like, I've never experienced anything like this before. Like, from the tragedy that happened, from the law enforcement, the interrogation, the jail, the prison, all this was new. All this was new. And I know that, even though I've never had something like this happen before, I knew the shock and the trauma was there in my mind. I didn't know how to process it. Every question that they asked me, I was just agreeing with them and just going along with what they said. Because I was like, well, I guess you got to tell them something. And even when they came here to prison and interrogated me, they were in the street clothes acting like they were just talking to me when in retrospect they were actually interrogating me again. And I know for a fact that, that interrogation and I used because they were here in Wisconsin, they're all based. So all that is like null and void. Still, they're going to try to use all this stuff against me. But I know that from that interrogation to the first one, and all that was like a coercive type psychological intimidation of someone that, had never been in that situation before, and they just used that to their advantage.
Well, Chris, what you witnessed firsthand is is a game. It's like getting back to the old biblical days where you've got the big Roman soldier in the pen with the little guy, and you're fighting for your life, and you don't know what to expect, but that's a terrible analogy, and I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, you just didn't know what was going on, and it's a game. That's what I tell so many people. This is a game that they're playing. You are the prey. They're the hunter. You're the prey, and they've got you exactly where they want you. And they're going to get, most times they're going to get what they want, because you know what? They keep you for hours. They deprive you of your basic needs. And as every second that you're with them in that chair and they're bearing down on you, your mind is actually deteriorating. Your mind is playing games against you. And that's why we have so many times where people give confessions for things that they just did not do. And it's because, you know what? They want to get out of there. They want to just tell them what they need to know, what they're asking, what they're interested in, so they can get out and go home. Well, you know what? Guess what doesn't happen? They don't go home. And their life is forever changed. So it's...
After I told them what they wanted to hear, then they offered me food.
Exactly.
So strange. But the thing I know, like where you're talking about playing a game, is when the TBI agent and the FBI agent, like when the TBI first, the woman, when she questioned me for hours, and then after those hours of interrogation, she puts me on a polygraph. And then I'm exhausted at this point. And then after that, I'm sitting there alone, and I hear them. It's the phone intercom doesn't pick it up. I hear them outside the door. The FBI agent comes up to, "Oh, how did you do?" And she said, "Oh, we did pretty good, but I think we get more out of them." And they come in with this game face and say, "Okay, you lied." I'm thinking to myself, wait, I thought you just sounded pretty good. And I didn't question about it. I just believe what she said, and they said I made it. But I know for a fact she said, you did pretty good, but I think we get some more out of them. I'm just like, I'll only think about this stuff way after it happened.
All right, Chris, that's a little game. I can tell you for a fact that they did not administer the polygraph in the proper way. You should have been on the top of your game, mentally, physically, spiritually, when they gave you that polygraph. You should have had a good night's rest. You should have before they gave you that polygraph. So I don't trust the polygraph. I don't trust the results, and they use that as a hammer over your head to scare you, because the polygraph scares everyone because of its reputation. We can talk more about that later.
thank you for taking another call. I think got like 30 seconds left, but I know that, you know, God can lead me on how to write this thing up to get it back, and I know, and thank you for helping me and just going into that discovery. I mean, you don't have to do it, but you're doing it, and I just believe that you got to.
So Chris isn't going to get out. He's in for 3-4 life sentences. There is talk of, oh my God, he should never get out. Why is he getting out? Why is he even thinking about it? Why is he talking too long? He's never going to get out. Every single prisoner goes to the library, gets the law books, and becomes a star lawyer. They think they can look at a technicality on their case, get themselves out, and they're going to go be home within a year. It doesn't happen like that. Oh, they didn't sign this witness statement, they didn't sign that, they didn't sign this form, evidence wasn't stored properly. It doesn't work like that. It's for genuine people who have genuine technicalities, genuine problems when they've been convicted. It's not for the likes of Chris Watts. At some point we'll be doing some live streams as well. That'll be good. I'm just trying to figure out Discord for the channel as well. Once again, I appreciate every single viewer, every one of you. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, most of all, don't have nightmares. If that hasn't recorded, that'll be the third time, and I'm going to flip lid. At some point I would like to do some live streams as well. I hope that was on. I swear to God. I've been looking at Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers, Lillian Jack, I think. Madeline Soto. I'll have to double check that, but I think it's Lillian Jack. I'm trying to get the channel better each video I go along. Try to make an improvement on the scenery, as you can see behind me.